I'm Dominic from DIY.com. In this video, I'm going to show you how to grout a floor and grout it properly, the right way, like the pros do it, the way I do it all the time. Big mistake that a lot of people make on grouting the floor is using too much water on the sponge when you're taking the excess grout off and trying to clean it up. Remember, the very important thing to do, remember while watching this video and doing it yourself, is that with the sponge, you're always going to lay that sponge flat, and you're going to maybe put a little pressure with your finger in the sponge to help shape the grout lines. Now the grout, the tile's up here, and the grout is between it, which is lower. Always want to remember that. You don't want the grout up on top, because no matter what you do and how good you are, that grout will start breaking apart. So enjoy the video, and I'll see you when you're done. Alright, here's our bunch of grout that I just pulled out of the bucket. Basically what you want to do is just plop it on the floor. Now, I've seen people before, and I've even seen other videos, where they're telling you to put it in like this. You know, just keep going a little bit. You know what? You'll be there all day. This is how you do it. About a 45-degree angle, hold your float sponge and move it around, pushing it into all your grout lines. You're going to be doing like this. 45-degree angle. But, you know, you want to make sure it's in there. Go like that. Then you're going to swipe it clean. Like that. And of course, now we're left with a nice, you know, coating over it. Well, with your sponge, and that's why I was saying to get another bucket full of water. Now you're going to clean it. What you're not going to do is spend a lot of time on the grout lines themselves. You can use a sponge and you're going to help shape it. So the grout line's going this way. That's exactly how you're going to go with it. Now the other one, like that. It's going to look nice. You're not going to have any big buildup of the grout. Done. Leave it. About an hour or so, this is going to dry. We're going to come back and just give it a nice clean swipe like that.
And simply, I'm just applying the grout now, pushing it into the grout lines, making sure I get good coverage. I'm going to scraping it off. I'm going to clean it with the sponge. Now, the sponge is not crazy wet, but wet. I'm using 2 of them, so it's quicker and easier. It's all that easy.
I went ahead and grouted the whole floor. And it's about 300 square feet by myself. It was a 13 by 13 tile. It took me about 40 minutes by myself, and it's all grouted. But where I started now has a nice white haze built up over the tile. Well, now what we're going to do, we're going to use 2 very clean sponges. We're not going to put it in a bucket of water. We're going to use like maybe a sink or actually even a bucket, because you don't want the stuff going down in your sink. But very clean. They're just damp. Just very little water comes out of it. What we're going to do, we're not going to touch the grout this time. We're going to get the haze off of the tile while it's still somewhat soft and didn't let it bake in overnight. I mean, that's fine and dandy, but it's just a little bit harder to get it out. We're going to do it like this so I can get done with this project and I don't have to come back tomorrow. So let me show you how to do this, okay? Okay, now you can see our nice haze that we got on this nice thick white dust on it, which is, you know, which was the grout. But what we're going to do, we're just going to clean the tile. We're not going to touch the grout this time. The grout is still soft. I mean, yeah, it's setting up a little bit, but we don't want to touch it too much. This is a wider tile with a bigger gap on it. We have to be careful not to wreck the rest of the grout that we had put in. And if we did, well, we can fix it easy enough just by redoing it. Now, with the sponge, again, a nice, you can find these in the tiles stores. They're a nice flat sponge. It's really made for what we're doing. And you're just going to go over it like this. Nice and easy. Right like that. And then flip the sponge over and continue. You're not going to do a large area. You're just going to keep doing, you know, just do a smaller area. And then, you know, I've got the 2 sponges, so I've got to keep getting up. And I'm just going to do the other area. Now, once this dries, again, it'd be a little haze on it, but then you can just go with the mop and go over with the mop real fast. But for now, we're pretty good. I'm just going to continue doing this, and I'll show it to you in a second when I'm all done with it. Well, I gave you a little sneak peek of my whole project when it was done. I hope you learned how to do the grout yourself. It is very easy to do. Just remember, when you're mixing that grout, you don't want it too dry, and you don't want it too wet. You really want it like a peanut butter, really, is what you want. But the peanut butter is not going to dry up, but the grout will, and you want to make sure that you're doing that, relatively quickly, and you're only going to mix enough grout that's going to last you, say, to 15 minutes. You don't want to mix a whole big gigantic bunch if you're not going to get rid of it quick, because now your grout's no good and you're going to throw it out. Anyway, if you have any questions, please come over to the website, askmediy.com, for any questions and more of an articles of how to do it. Anyway, I'm Dominic from askmediy.com. Thanks for watching.